You probably don't remember the name of the town in Gilead that Israel completely wiped out in the book of Judges to offer wives to the tribe of Benjamin, that Israel had also almost completely wiped out in one of their lowest moments. But you should. That town was called Jabesh Gilead. And that town, you would think, would have been completely wiped out after what happened to it in Judges. But earlier in the book of 1 Samuel, if you were paying attention, you saw it come up again in 1 Samuel 11. And in one of Saul's first acts as king, he rescues the town of Jabesh Gilead from Nahash the Ammonite, who had besieged it and was planning to enslave all the people of the town. They were going to surrender unless someone came to their rescue, and Saul comes to their rescue in one of the highlights of his reign as king. Things didn't go very well for Saul the rest of his reign as king, and we've seen that play out over the last several weeks as we've read the book. Now here in 1 Samuel 31 that you read today, he's dead. He's been murdered by the Philistines. Actually, he fell on his own sword because he didn't want the Philistines to get the honor of killing the king of Israel. He falls on his sword, his armor bearer falls on his sword, and when the Philistines find him on the battlefield, they behead him, they put his armor in the idol temple, and they hang his body up on the wall. And wouldn't you know it, that little town of Jabesh Gilead hears that the king has died. Their rescuer has died. And there are valiant men in Jabesh Gilead. You might not think so, because every time we've heard from them, they've been on the wrong end of some pretty bad stuff. But there's some valiant men in Jabesh Gilead, and they arise after they've heard what the Philistines have done, and they go and they rescue the body of King Saul and his sons, and they take him back home, and they honor him in his burial. And as I was reading that, I was just thinking, all too often we give up before God is ready to give up. And God's story, we don't always know what the next step is. And even when it looks like all is done, there may be another act coming. There was for the men of Jabesh Gilead. And here they get their shining moment to show that there are some courageous men there, even in that town. What's God trying to show you in your life that he's not done writing that story yet? Maybe you'll think about that today as you read 1 Samuel 31, 1 Corinthians 8, and Psalm 68. See you tomorrow.